Now it's time to power on the Backtrack. So let's get started. I'm just going to click on the power on this virtual machine, and then it will take some time to get itself switch on to the real operating system. As you can see that, I'm just going to scroll to the bottom a bit, and it will actually perform all of its necessary steps. And at last, it will get me to the login credentials, as you can see. So here we have the login credentials. So by default, we are using the VMware default image. So the login username is actually root. So I'm just gonna click on the Backtrack and you're gonna use the root. And I'm just gonna press the enter. And then the password by default is actually the opposite of root, that is the reciprocal of root, that is TOOR, tool, TOOR, and press enter. Remember that the password will be invisible. You can change on the password later on if you want, but for the sake of simplicity, we will use these passwords throughout the course. If you are using the ISO file, then you will have the chance to set up the password from the start. But as it is an image, we will not have that chance. Now, this is the Backtrack. We are in the Backtrack command line, but I want to use the GUI section of the Backtrack. So for that, I'm just going to use start X, that is start X, and press enter. And now I will be getting into the GUI, or the graphical user interface section of Backtrack. As you can see that now I'm in the graphical user interface section. For the best view compatibility, I'm just going to select the view and then select the full screen of the VMware image. As you can see that now we have this Backtrack operating system running on. We have the same applications area. This is actually the area where you can hover out and click on the close button if you want to get out of it. This is the command terminal, where most of the time we're going to be actually placing out our commands in this command terminal. This is the applications area, and the most important stuff in the application area is this Backtrack option. It contains a lot of information like information gathering, vulnerability assessments, and a lot of tools which we're going to be using in the rest of the course. So these are the very important tools. But most of the time we are not going to use these tools from the graphical user interface section, but we're going to be using them from the command line section, because it is very easy to use them from the command line section as compared to the graphical. And you can also get into the desktop and computer if you want to. You can connect to the server and copy the files from your home operating system, that is Microsoft operating system. So this is how we can set up the Backtrack, and we're going to be using the Backtrack in this way in order to perform our hacking scenarios and mechanisms.